thing I want to talk about is one of my other favorite tools. It's a pencil sharpener. A lot of people might think that the pencil sharpener is not a big deal when you're drawing, but just like a gardener needs hoses that aren't going to tangle up and cause them a lot of frustration, you need a pencil sharpener that's going to work really well, that's going to stay sharp, and that isn't going to break your pencil too often. One of the problems that I see is when people buy those little cheapy handheld ones with the razor blade that's a sharpener. It's kind of interesting because the blade has a screw in it, so in theory it would be replaceable, but I've never seen anybody sell the replaceable blades. And the problem with those blades is that they get dull really quickly, like I would say within a matter of a week. So this is the pencil sharpener that I like to use the best. It's the only pencil sharpener that I'll use. I actually have 3 of them in my studio. It's made by X-Acto. And I've had this particular pencil sharpener for 5 years, and keep in mind that's using it just about every day for 5 years, and I've never had to worry about the blades getting dull. So it's a really hardy industrial strength pencil sharpener that you're going to be able to use for years. I think I got this at one of those office supply stores for about 12 bucks. I know you can get them online also. So I think it's a worthwhile investment because it's going to save you a lot of frustration. There are a couple other things that are really good about it besides the fact that it keeps the blades sharp and that you can always count on it to sharpen your pencil. One of the things is that it works with a system of a suction cup, so you don't have to mount it permanently to one place in your room, your apartment, your house. That way, if you're working at your dining room table and you want to clean up your supplies because you're having a dinner party, you can go ahead and move the pencil sharpener and it doesn't have to stay out permanently. The suction cup is a little bit tricky. It has to be on a surface that's non-porous, so you're not going to be able to suction it to your paper or your drawing board. You're going to need a flat counter or a flat table without any grooves, without any ridges in it in order to be able to suction it. But most of us have some surface like that at home that we can find. The other thing that's really great about it is that it's transparent. So because of it being transparent, you can actually see when a dull pencil goes in. As the lead is sharpening, you can see the lead moving out the other side of the barrel of the sharpeners. So that's going to help you because oftentimes when we're sharpening, we sharpen too much. I mean, think of how a little kid sharpens a pencil. They stick the pencil in and then they turn the sharpener like 18 times. That's usually when your pencil is gonna break in the sharpener. So this one, with the transparency of it, you can actually see when the lead is coming through and you can prevent that lead from breaking off. Next, I'm gonna fix this to the table and I'm gonna show you a couple of ways to properly sharpen your pencil so that you don't run into the problem of your lead breaking off. And then I'm going to show you what happens and what you can do when the lead does break off to get it removed. This is another really great thing about this pencil sharpener, is that it's easy to remove a broken lead from within the barrel of the sharpener. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about how sharp you want your pencil to be. I like to have my pencil sharp like this, not sharp like this. To me, that's a dull pencil. So when we're working with our pencil sharpener, I tend to use it quite a bit. Again, I'm using this X-Acto one, and let me show you how it fixes to the table. So I'm going to set it on the table. I'm going to flip the suction lever from the left to the right, and you'll feel a little bit of resistance, and then you're going to see it's not going to move from the table at all. I always want to orient it so that my dominant hand can turn the handle. I find that that's easier for me. So I don't want to orient it in an awkward position like this or like this, because then it's a little bit more difficult to actually sharpen it properly. So again, I'm going to suction that to the table and then it's fixed. The usual way that I like to sharpen a pencil is if I have a pencil like this one that's really broken, you can see that the lead is totally missing. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to break off any of those little uneven parts of the wood, because that way it's even all the way around. That's going to make for a better sharpening. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and insert it into the X-Acto pencil sharpener, and you're going to see that you can't see the lead coming through the barrels of the sharpener at this point. So that confirms that it's actually broken, which we already saw. If I have a broken pencil, I'm going to sharpen it twice. And you can see there's a lot of pull to it, so there's some resistance. So I'm going to do 2 turns, and then I'm going to pull the pencil out and actually look at how is that lead looking. Part of the reason is that I want to take a visual check of how it's doing when it's sharpening. The other reason is that when you're sharpening a pencil, there's torque that's being created, and it's actually twisting the lead. And when you twist the lead too much, it tends to break. You don't want to do that because that's going to make it break all the way inside the wood of the pencil. So I release it, I turn it around. You can see that the side that was facing towards the barrel of the sharpeners is more sharp than the side that was away. This is another thing that you can do to correct for that, is that then you can turn the less sharp side in towards the grooves of the sharpener so that you get a more even sharpen. And I'm again going to do 2 turns. And now this is almost sharp. It's not quite as sharp as I like a pencil to be, but it's getting close. And so this is the point where I'm going to reduce the number of turns down to 1 turn, and then I'm going to release, because what happens is when you get close to being sharpened, you're liable to break the pencil really easily. So you want to stop while you're ahead. So 1 turn at a time is great. These 2 are sharpened now. You can see the difference. This one isn't sharpened. This one is a 6B. The other pencils that I was using to sharpen were an F and an H. I want you to pay attention to what type of pencil you're using to sharpen, because your softer pencils, so the B pencils all the way through 2B, 3B, all the way up to 9B, those are going to break more easily in the pencil sharpener. So those you might want to just turn 1 turn at a time and then release the torque and turn it another direction. And you can actually see the lead coming through on this one. So with the B pencils, I might not sharpen them quite as sharp as the H pencils, because the H pencils are a little bit more sturdy. The next thing I'm going to do is show you what happens when a pencil lead gets stuck in the sharpener, and I'm going to show you how you can remove that. Okay, so you've gone and done it. You've sharpened your pencil too much. Maybe it's a soft pencil like the 6B, or wait, this is a 9B, even softer. So you've gotten the lead stuck in there. This is one of the reasons why I use this X-Acto pencil sharpener, because I can always remove a lead. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the canister and remove that. Keep in mind that it creates a lot of dust, so you want to sort of make sure that you're over a trash can or set it on a surface in a way that you aren't going to dump everything out. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to take just a regular old paper clip. This is one of the larger kinds. I usually actually try to use the smaller kinds because those fit in there a little bit better. And I'm going to unbend it. I usually like to leave a little right angle in there so that that's going to help me. And then what you can do is twist the barrel of the pencil sharpener around, and you can actually see the lead that's stuck in there. I'm going to take this pencil sharpener and I'm going to take the paper clip and shoot the lead right out. Sometimes it's jammed in there quite hard and you actually have to use a little bit of force on it. This one was pretty loose, so it was able to just come out with the pencil sharpener, with the paper clip, just putting a little bit of pressure on it. So then you're going to be able to empty your pencil sharpener while you have it out, put the cap back on, and use it again. So for the future, just remember that if you're using an electric pencil sharpener, you can't usually take that part off and actually get to where the lead is jammed. And with an electric sharpener, you also can't control the torque on the pencil because it's spinning so quickly. So a lot of times you're going to get more breaks with your soft pencils. So this is why I use this pencil sharpener. I find that it's just the best one on the market. I can fix any problems that I might have with it, and then I can keep using it for years and years. So I hope that helps you out, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Thank you all so much for watching. More videos are coming soon, so if you wish to subscribe to my channel, go ahead and do that. And also you can check out my website, lzmstudio.com.